UFC Fight Night, Sandhagen versus Nurmagomedov, underdog of the card. The reason we do these videos is to find the most valuable bet of the entire card for plus money. There's guys out there that are slight underdogs, really big underdogs, but we're trying to find what bet is the absolute number one to make because they just should not be that big of an underdog, or maybe they should just straight up win the fight. These videos are very helpful because you could get an easy bet that is a super valuable bet and make you a lot of money. But if you do want all the bets that we are making for this UFC Fight Night and for all the future ones as well, it's only $1.25 per UFC fight card, which is crazy value. I know guys doing entire cards for like $20 each. We're doing $1.25 for this entire card. Make sure to go check that link in the pinned comment or in the description. I believe it's the top link in the description down below for all of my props, money lines, and parlay bets. But let's get into it, guys. Underdog of the card, and we're going to start from the bottom, make our way to the top, kind of discussing every prediction and if the underdog is a valuable one to bet on. First fight, Cedric Dumas taking on Denis Tiulinin. Denis Tiulinin is at plus 185 as decent odds against Cedric Dumas, but I'll be honest with you, they seem right about where they should be. Cedric Dumas, I do have winning as the favorite there. I believe he's going to be the better striker. I think he's going to be the faster striker as well, keep it at range, and maybe even mix in a few takedowns. I don't like Denis Tiulinin as the underdog here. I don't even think there's a lot of value on Denis Tiulinin. If we got Denis at like plus 250, maybe I would consider putting a little bit of money on Denis, but as of right now, nope, Denis Tiulinin is not my underdog of the card. Rolando Bedoya, we actually predicted him to win as the underdog. He's at plus 126. That's the best odds you're going to get him at on FanDuel. He was at plus 152 a few days ago, so we lost a little bit of good odds on Rolando Bedoya, but he's still an underdog. It is still a valuable bet to make. I say it every single week in these videos. If you predict an underdog to win, don't be going making a parlay. Don't be making any prop bets. Don't make any other bets before you bet on your underdog. Because if you feel that a fighter is going to win, that means more than a 50% chance in your mind they are going to win their fight, and you're getting plus money. That is a valuable bet by definition. So bet on an underdog before you go and do props or parlays or anything like that. I always have to say that because you guys are doing parlays before betting on the underdogs for whatever reason. But Rolando Bedoya, although I do have him winning, although he is plus money, he is not my number one underdog of the card because that is a really close fight, and there are a little bit of better underdogs on this UFC Fight Night than him. Sam Hughes is another one that is a good dog in my opinion, but we lost a lot of value on Sam Hughes. Let's be honest here. The odds started out, Sam Hughes is at plus 210. You could double your money on a Sam Hughes bet. Now, you know, she's all the way down to plus 145. A few hours ago, even, she was down to like plus 120, plus 115 range. So we lost kind of everything there was. Like a valuable bet for Sam Hughes. Most of the value is gone in that case right there. And the odds are right around where I kind of think they should be. So Sam Hughes a few days ago could have definitely been a good underdog pick, but as of right now, I don't really think so. I think the odds are right where they should be. Jordan Vucenic, I think these ones are perfect. The odds are kind of right where they should be as well. Jordan is coming in on short notice. He's not as big as Guram, not as good of a striker, a kicker, a boxer, or anything like that. Got good grappling, got good finishing ability. This is just too much, too soon, and on short notice for Jordan Vucenic. I feel good about Guram in this spot. I don't think Jordan is a super valuable bet. You would think fighting a guy in Guram who has a win over Mateusz Gamrot in his UFC debut, you would think Vucenic would be like a 4-1 underdog. But no, he's only plus 195, so that's not enough for me. I mean, maybe I wouldn't even bet him at plus 250, but minus 300 plus 300 for like Jordan Vucenic, maybe then, but plus 195, I'm not seeing a lot of value there. Next one is Don'Tale Mayes. This one I do believe this is an underdog or pass type of a fight if you're going to be betting on it. Don'Tale Mayes is a pretty hard hitter. He's got a lot of power in his hands. It is heavyweight, and well, Don'Tale Mayes has a better gas tank than Shamil Gaziev. If Shamil goes out there, empties his load in round number 1, I think Don'Tale could come back in the later rounds, maybe counter him as he's coming in with sloppy punches because he's tired. So yeah, that one's a good underdog pick for sure, but I have Shamil winning, so I don't think Don'Tale's the number 1 underdog of the card, but good odds there. Plus 205, I definitely would say are solid odds. But just like the last one, or not the last one, just like the same Hughes one, we did lose a lot of value at the start. Started at Don'Tale at plus 250. He was at plus 220 for a little bit. Now he's at plus 205. So still decent odds in my opinion. Still bettable, but we lost a lot of value on that one. Kawe Fernandez, Mohamed Yahya. If you watched my confident picks video, go watch it. Come on, go check it out. Go watch the video, like and subscribe, do all that good stuff. Kawe Fernandez, I believe, was my number 1 or number 2 most confident pick of the card. That should tell you enough. No, Mohamed Yahya is not going to be my underdog of the card. Kawe is just a far superior striker. Azamat Murzakanov, Alonzo Manfield. Again, one of the fights where it's an underdog or pass. A lot of the fights on this card are definitely underdog or pass when you should not be parlaying or betting on the favorite to win the fight. You should just stay away from it or put a little bit of a sprinkle on that underdog to win. Alonzo Manfield is one of them. He's got good odds. The best you're going to get him at right now is at plus 182, which is interesting because money is actually coming in on Azamat Murzakanov, mainly because probably he's an undefeated fighter. But I would say they're going to stay the same right around where they are. Plus 170, plus 180 for Alonzo. I still think that's a decent bet, but not the best value you're going to get for a lot of the other underdogs on this card who have, in my opinion, a lot more value than Alonzo Manfield. Next one we do have is Elvis Brenner, and I'm going to say it right now. Elvis Brenner is in my top 3 100%. That is crazy odds. For Elvis Brenner, they're at plus 165 in the lightweight division when they were 50-50 for like a full 4 days. For a full 4 days, you could have got Joel Alvarez at like plus money pretty much. It was a 50-50 pick'em type of a fight. And now Joel Alvarez is a 2-1 favorite, making Elvis Brenner's odds really good. Again, I predicted Elvis Brenner to win. He's plus money. That's obviously going to be a good, valuable bet in the UFC's lightweight division right there. Is it my number 1? No, we're going to get into that in a little bit. But Elvis Brenner is 100% one of the best underdogs on this card. Those are crazy odds at plus 165. Lupita Godinez, the reason I'm not going to have Lupita as my best underdog of the card, it's just not big enough plus money. There's guys in this card as well, Elvis Brenner, Rolando Bedoya that have plus 126. Brenner's got plus 165. Lupita's barely getting plus money. She's plus 100 on some. Plus 110 is the best you're absolutely going to do. It's just not enough. I still think, again, if it's plus money, you have them winning, it's still a valuable bet to make, but it's not valuable enough to exceed some of the other fighters. I'd say Lupita's probably number 4, as like maybe number 5 as the best underdog on this card. Still a good underdog, but not in my top 3. Tony Ferguson, I'm going to say it right now. Tony's in my top 3. Tony is in my top 3, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Chiesa has been slowing down as well. People are thinking, oh, Tony's slowing down. Tony's on a 7-fight losing streak. Chiesa's on a 3-fight losing streak. He's getting finished in a lot of these fights, losing on the ground. And if Tony Ferguson can go out there with a game plan to clinch it a little bit, keep it even at on the feet, clinch up a little bit, land some elbows, try to cut up Michael Chiesa and go for that Darce that he is so famous for and Chiesa is so susceptible for, plus freaking 475 is craziness, in my opinion. I do not think Tony should be this big of a dog. It should probably be more in the plus 100s, plus 200s. That is definitely in my top 3. This one I would say is kind of tied around the range of an Elvis Brenner for an obvious valuable underdog bet. Do I think Tony's going to win? No. I feel like Chiesa is going to grind out a decision here, but for 6-7-1 for Chiesa, who's also getting worse every single fight, who's aging and getting older just like Tony. I mean, there's a lot of unknowns here that maybe Chiesa's training camp hasn't been doing too good. Maybe he's dealing with injuries because he's also getting older. That's a valuable bet. Don't you dare. I swear to God, if I see any of you guys comment in this video that you're going to parlay Michael Chiesa, leave the video, go watch a different one. Do not be parlaying Michael Chiza at -600, -700. That is ludicrous to do. So don't catch me. Don't let me catch you betting on Michael Chiza at these crazy odds. Davison Figueiredo, I have Davison winning, so I mean, by the looks of all these other fights we've looked at, no, Marlon Vera's not my underdog of the card. I think those odds are right where they about should be. I think Davison out-wrestles him, wins it on the ground, keeps it even on the feet. It's a close fight for sure, but plus 130 on Marlon Vera, it's not much there. Shadobutin Magomedov, one of my more confident picks of the card. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Confident pick of this card. Come on. Duh. No, Mikhail Lishayjuk is not going to be my underdog of the card. And that leaves me with the underdog of the card. You guys probably knew what it was. You probably clicked on this video knowing full well I was going to pick Corey Sandhagen because these odds are insane. I think Corey Sandhagen should be -130, somewhere around there. Umar should be at +110, but instead Umar is a 3-1 favorite over Corey Sandhagen. Corey's a better striker. He's got 5-round experience. He has better cardio. He's got better punches, better kicks, better movement, better speed, better volume. And then Umar is a better wrestler. That's about it. Corey's wrestling has been getting better every single fight. Corey just out-wrestled Rob Font for 5 rounds. Corey's had a full year to prepare and fight Umar Nurmagomedov and just keep on leveling up the wrestling every single day. Come on, Corey Sandhagen, my number 1 underdog of the card, without a doubt. Did you think I would pick anyone else? No. Corey, the Sandman Sandhagen, the most confident underdog and the best value underdog you're going to see. And probably, I would say, the most valuable underdog of 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the best we've got this year. Corey, the Sandman Sandhagen. So again, I am definitely betting on Corey Sandhagen. There's no way I'm not going to be betting on Corey. So if you want to see all the bets that I am making, though, like I said at the beginning of the video, make sure to click that link in the pinned comment or the top link in the description down below. It's only $1.25 for this full card. We have a parlay already set up. We got a lot of props coming out once the odds do come out, because if we look right here, you know, there's not a lot of bookies putting out props just yet, so we want to wait for those props to come out. Money line bets are already available. We've already posted them. One parlay is out. We'll probably add another parlay and a lot of props as well. Make sure to go become a channel member in those links down below. Thank you guys for watching. Is that your underdog of the card? It's definitely mine. Corey, the Sandman Sandhagen.